I'm Levi Torres. I'm the CEO of High Five Plumbing. High Five Plumbing, Heating and Cooling is a residential service company. What sets High Five apart is our culture. I believe if you have a great culture, then it's easy to grow. Every business conference I still go to, the number one problem that everybody has is they can't find people. That was once us. When we first found Interplay, it really went to, what do we need to do to create our people? Over the last 3 years when we were crazy growing, we had to be able to create plumbers faster. So as soon as we found Interplay, I instantly knew that we would be able to just train people like crazy. It made it to where we can now do hands-on over and over, where it didn't put all the pressure on us to train the plumbers.
Interplay has made my life easier because it frees up a lot of my training time. We use assessments when they first come in to see what their plumbing knowledge is or their HVAC knowledge. This really pinpoints on areas that we want to cover, and then we can assign different pathways for them to really be successful in the field.
Before I was able to turn a wrench out in the field, I was able to turn a wrench on Interplay Learning. High Five, they definitely invested in me. I started with no knowledge, absolutely no knowledge. They gave me the means to, work my way up to a licensed technician.
The key to it is keeping people interested in knowledge and having a clear path. That's what I think a lot of people struggle with their apprentice program is they hire an apprentice and they just kind of say, one day you'll be a plumber. Where with us, it's a set thing. Like we know within 18 months, you'll have learned all the parts. They've now been installing plumbing for about 6 to 8 months, and the training has now allowed them to fix all the types of plumbing there is to go get their first level of licensing in the state of Colorado.
The apprentices like using the Interplay because it really throws them into live situations. It's a safe space so they can make a mistake but really see what that mistake would cause. And then they're able to use their hands just like it would be in real time.
The hands-on aspect really helps me learn, and when I get out there, I can see what I need to do and how I've done it before. I've learned a lot more terminology on parts, which help, and where parts are applied. All the videos are super in detail, and that's helped me a lot with communicating with technicians and just learning the trade.
I saw it as a way to get younger people to look at plumbing and the trades as a game. What it's allowing us to do with them is put them in scenarios now that they can succeed in.
When I came to my first electric water heater, Interplay came to mind because I learned how to diagnose this before I even came to it.
Because they learned and they made the mistakes in virtual reality, they're not making the mistakes out in the customers' homes, which creates more recalls. What I say to that is it's allowed us to create very consistent plumbers that do things the way you want it done. And so once we started doing Interplay, our apprentice program has been almost a continuous retention.
I see the confidence levels rising with Interplay all the time.
Levi didn't have to let me start as an apprentice, but he did.
All of our people who have gone through the program, all of them are in the top 5 of every KPI that we track. Technicians that have gone through the full program have less recalls, they have a higher conversion rate, and they get way more high five pictures because they learned it the way we wanted it.
I would recommend Interplay Learning. It has increased my plumbing knowledge a lot. I know just sitting down for a good hour or two to watch those videos, I can go out and do it pretty much right after I watch the videos.
So we are really excited with Interplay because it really does make it easy for us to just add the other trades and the training programs because we've built such a good training program for our plumbing technicians that we're confident that we could just throw that into HVAC, and then by the end of the year we will be adding on electrical. So it's just made it to where it's a system now. It's a system for scalability. We haven't had a problem with finding people for many years now. We're on pace to double this year, and I think if we just keep up with what we've put in place to do it, then in 3 years we'll be the biggest home service company in the Denver metro area.